Mr. Cox from the Striped Bass Association, and then Mr. Panzer. Mr. Cox.
Thank you. I'm James Cox. I'm Vice President of the California Striped Bass Association. I'm a retired charter boat operator, and I'm third-generation native California. And I'm also just a common guy. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a politician. I can't quote you figures from your reports like the previous speakers can. But I'd like to address you as a concerned citizen. One of the points I want to make is that in California we are really lucky to have a wealth of human resources. We have some of the best scientific minds, problem solvers in the Silicon Valley. UC Davis has some of the leading marine biologists, but yet this plan is the best we come up with. And I think people of California deserve more and are really disappointed in what is being presented. This plan's technology is 20th century technology attempting to solve 21st century problems. The system that we've had has been barely adequate for the past 50 years, and continuing the same is supposed to be better. It is obvious the water diversion system has wreaked havoc on the ecosystem of the Delta. You admit this by stating a co-equal goal of a water source and to restore this ecosystem of the Delta. If the previous water diversions of the past 50 years have not damaged the Delta, then why would you need to restore an ecosystem? Of the 6 plans submitted, you seem to be endorsing the one that would divert the most water, has the largest potential to increase that diversion, and is the highest cost, with the benefit primarily to one small user group. The fact that the pumps at Clifton Court will still be used, and in some scenarios, as much as 50% of the water diverted will still be through those pumps, shows that the fish-killing effects of the current reversals of Old River and Middle River will continue. There will still be fish kills at the Clifton Court pumps. To say that you are going to heal or restore the Delta by taking even more water out is like telling an asthmatic that the solution to his problem is just breathe less. I respectfully and strongly ask that the Delta Stewardship Council give the Environmental Water Caucus Plan, also called the RX Plan, a further look. Instead of continuing to divert more and more water, this plan would cut diversions in half. It would take the huge cost of the additional infrastructure and would spend it on recycling projects, conservation, stormwater capture, and would encourage self-sufficiency. This is a plan that could lay the foundation for water solving for the next century. Water problems are not going to be solved by the 30 to 50-year goals set by the Bay Delta Conservation Plan. Should the Delta Plan go forward, most of us in this room will probably not be alive to see the results. It will be our children and grandchildren that will either benefit or suffer the results. When all major independent marine biology experts forecast that this plan will do nothing to restore the ecosystem of the Delta, and indeed will actually do harm, when the head man at the BDCP admits that this will not restore the Delta, do you want this to be your legacy? Future generations of Californians will look at the history of the Delta and the marine resource bounty it once provided and will ask, what happened? What happened to all the sturgeon, salmon, striped bass, and all the other species? Do you want that answer to be that when the stewards of the Delta, which is exactly what you are, this is what your title is, they had the chance to protect what is in their care, they failed miserably. Again, as I said to begin with, the people of California are entitled to better than this.
Thank you, Mr. Cox.